And she was like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna win. Their pitching has been great. And I was like, yeah, their pitching really has been great. And our hitting's been kind of sucked lately. And she's like, yeah, you know, our hitting really has sucked. What can we do to improve it? And I was like, I'll show you what we can do to improve it. So I took out my baseball bat that I had hidden in my anus, and I was like, yo, we're gonna make this fucking happen.
We're at a big old house with a gate.
We're gonna make this fucking happen. I walked out on the field and I was like, yo, Derek Jeter, sit the fuck down right now. And he was like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, I'm Lord Cat. He was like, oh, the big man's gonna win the game for us. And I was like, you goddamn right I am. And that motherfucker who was pitching, he was like, what the fuck is this fat ass? And he pitches the ball, and I was like, fuck you. And he fucking throws the ball, I swing at it, and I fucking missed. And he was like, I got you. He throws the ball again, I swing at it, I fucking missed. And he was like, yo, it's on. It's over. We've won the game. Ain't nothing you gonna do. And then finally, he throws the third pitch, and I was like, motherfucker, I have got your goddamn number. He's like, motherfucker, I have got your number. And he throws the ball, and I swing at it. Crack! That motherfucker starts flying down the field on the right field line. It goes for the short porch, but it's like, no, the short porch isn't enough. That motherfucking baseball loops around towards center field, and he's like, yo, center field's cool, but I think I'm gonna go for left field. So he starts looping the left field, and that fucking ball starts going to left field, and he's like, you know what, left field's not far enough. So that fucking baseball, it loops around, it goes dead center at Yankee Stadium, 500 plus feet, and he's like, yeah, that's right, that's how badass of a fucking home run I am. And that ball was like, fuck you. Fucking pitcher thought he couldn't do it. And boom, out of the ballpark. Actually, that ball was probably more badass than the baseball bat, but whatever. Oh my god. These normal infected are crazy powerful. Ow! Help! The time I had lunch with God, I only had lunch with God once, and I was like, yo, God, what's going on? And he's like, hey, how you doing? I was like, yeah, you got some free time? You want to have some lunch? And he was like, yeah, you know what? I could go for some lunch. What do you want to eat? And I was like, oh, anything but that fucking stale bread. And he was like, yeah, I hear you, man. That bread is it's old as fuck. Let's try something else. And I was like, yeah, let's try something else. And this motherfucker was like, what do you want? And I was like, how about the corpse of little children? And he was like, you know, I've got a thing against that. I never really eat little children corpses, you know? And I was like, well, you ever tried it before? He's like, no, I've never tried it, but it's just a moral thing, you know? I was like, well, why don't you give it a shot? And he was like, all right, I tried it. So we sat down at this really great Italian restaurant, and he was like, all right, so we're going to have these little baby corpses? And I was like, yeah, we're going to eat these little baby corpses. It'll be all right. He'd be like, all right, it's cool. So I was like, oh, God, man, what's your beef, bro? Like, you've been like a real dick the last few centuries. I mean, you made Moses like fucking sacrifice his own kid and shit. And he's like, yeah, I know, I've been a real prick. I really shouldn't be that much of an asshole. And I was like, yeah, you know what you really should do? You should be like really chill and relaxed and be like, yo, if you're gonna be like, you know, if you're gonna be someone like, you know, really, really hardcore, then you gotta be hardcore all the time. You can't be like this flaky guy. And he's like, I know, but you see, the problem with being hardcore all the time is that everybody thinks you don't have feelings, you don't have emotions, you don't care, and that's not true. And I'm like, yeah, I know it's not true, but the problem is, you gotta hold up your image. And he's like, I know, but it's so hard to hold up that image, I don't think I can do it. And I was like, well, listen, man, if you don't think you can do that image, what if you can do some other image? Like, what if you were, say, nice every once in a while? Like, you don't have to be a complete dick. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, lovey-dovey, I love everybody, boop, 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 boop. But maybe, like, you know, just act cool, just be chill, that sort of thing. And he was like, well, you know, that's not that bad of an idea. Why don't I try that? And I was like, yeah, all right, we could do that. Let's do that. And he was like, all right, cool. So we ended up eating those little baby corpses. I was like, yeah, it was pretty good, right? He was like, yeah, you know what? I wish we really hadn't done that, but it was actually pretty good. I didn't know how tasty it could be. I'm like, yeah, there are a lot of good things in this world that people don't really understand that are actually pretty good, but you know, but people don't really understand that they're, you know, they're meaty. I'm like, yeah, I get you. So, after that, Jesus was born, and then he really fucking calmed the fuck down. He was like, yeah, live and let live. I want this to be a better place for my son. And he was all really cool and shit. And then Armageddon happened, and he was a pissed off motherfucker. He was like, yo, what the fuck? All this time, and you motherfuckers fuck everything up. You killed my son. I'm gonna fuck you guys up. And he was like, death? Apocalypse? Get the fuck out there. Shit got real, really goddamn fast. But, you know, I had lunch with him. I got him to cool down for a little bit. We had a nice little relaxing time, and things were good for a while. You named your white son Blackie the Nig. How about no? Jesus, these fucking commoners are ridiculously hard. What the shit?
Heads up. Reloading. Reloading.
Oh, alright, I think it's enough for story time. We're asking shit like, when you guys start asking me questions like, tell us a story how you named your white child Blackie the Nigger, that, you know, no, I think we're done for the night.
Hey, there's the house. Look. Damn, we are.
Be done till next week at least.
You better think about that, baby.
That was a few stories. I think we had some good stories in there. Fuck, he's
reloading. Coach. Shoot me again. Shoot me again. I dare you. Healing.
You stay up just to hear my stories. That's why I'm only doing them once a week. I don't want to story out. You know what I'm saying?
Reloading.
Hello. Ha! That's what the ammo was.
First aid.
Ugh, farted.
Hey, let's use the radio.
No, Full Metal Ninja story time's over because of asking stupid questions like that. Yes, it was stupid. Killing things, killing things, killing. I got boom, that sucked.
Hey, I'm reloading. Hold up, gonna heal. Okay.
That's a tank.
Reloading. Reloading.
Oh shit, that's a fucking tank! Hi tank! Hi tank!
Weapons over here. Man, I wanted this rifle since I was reloading.
Not tonight, Tyre. Not tonight. I'm a bit storied out tonight. Just, I went on quite a bit on a couple of stories. I think I need a touch of a break.
They're coming. Grenade. Hunter on Ella. Reloading. Would you mind not shooting me, please? Heads up! Kill this jockey on me! Hey, somebody watch my back. I'm here.